Hello and welcome to this episode of To The Point, where we're going to talk about how to enhance profitability by using Core CD features and tiers. There's a significant difference between average CD rates and US Treasuries today, and that creates opportunity and challenge. We want to respect the fact that profit is a combination of spread and volume. And when we present our offers, we want them to seem fair, to seem intuitive, to seem natural. And so we're going to show you today how to use Core CD to set up and execute on these options. So US Treasuries have increased dramatically in 2022. The FDIC reported on June 21st the difference between average CD rates and US Treasuries. It's a significant difference today. And we know that profit is a function of both volume and spread. And we work hard in our industry to create and maintain a spread or interest margin, but the spread depends on volume in order to be meaningful and relevant. And our balance sheets have both loans and loans and investments, and we want to make sure that those are both respected in terms of their earning power. So features and tiers can offer a modest amount of spread decrease in order to significantly improve volume and ultimately make more money. So let's consider a situation where we may have $6 million of term deposits maturing in a particular month. Which would be better? To keep $5 million at 200 basis points below US Treasuries? That sounds really good. But maybe we could actually make more money if we were able to keep those deposits at a little lesser spread and actually grow deposits at even a lesser spread. So let's run the numbers. $5 million at a spread of 200 basis points creates $100,000 of annual profit from that 1 month's activity. But if we were able to keep a little bit more volume at a lower spread, we could get pretty close. And then if we could actually grow, even at a lesser spread, we would end up with, for example, $8 million at a spread of 150 creates $120,000 worth of profit. So by giving up a little bit of spread, we can make more money. But when we do it, we want to make sure that our offers seem fair and seem very justified. So potentially justified current offers today include things like 0.3% on a standard 12-month. That's 5 basis points over the national average. But likewise, a 2% rate on that same term might seem fair. It's 76 below FHLB advance rates and 8 basis points below US Treasuries. So that's a big difference though. That's a 170 basis point jump between what could be our standard rates and our caps for our customized rates. Now we can try to negotiate between the cap and our standard rates, but maybe it makes sense to have additional points of negotiation. Maybe more gradation or intervals between standard and customized would make sense. Let's look at this graphically. Here is a chart of current FHLB advance rates in green and US Treasuries in the brownish line there. And then the standard rates in the large dark circles. And if a client had those standard rates in the bottom of the third of the local market, but then had customized rates that were just 10 to 20 basis points greater, then maybe no iteration between standard and customized is necessary. But what if it looks more like this, where your standard rates are kept low, and we really support that because you're going to get a certain volume of renewal activity at those standard rates. And then going up into the competition where we can keep and attract new deposits at rates that are materially higher, but still creating a good spread to US Treasuries. If that is the case, what we find is that that's a big jump. And so there's a lot of conversation that could occur between our standard rates and our promotional specials. So rather than making one big jump in terms of going from standard to customized, what if we used features and tiers to kind of soften those adjustments, to reduce those incremental adjustments? One we really like in terms of features is the relationship product called Checking with ACH. When we add that feature in, it gives us the ability to bump the standard rate without going all the way up to the cap of the customized. Another thing we can do is set our tiers so that we have a material bump at various dollar amounts so that we can negotiate that as well. So we're going to show you today how that this is done using the Core CD system. So I'm going to log into the system, and using our demo site, we can go in and show what it would be like to have a $30,000 certificate We can show the rates that pop up, very simple and very easy. If we want, we can show that the ability to adjust these rates is right in the pricing setup. We can go in and edit the rates of our base case at any time. We can have tiers where we set the minimum amount, and then we can set rate bumps. So for example, on the $25,000 level, we're adding 8 basis points to the standard terms. And then if we go up to $100,000, we're adding in 15 basis points more. So this kind of gives you some incremental benefit from having those adjustments in dollar amount. We can also add in the feature that I mentioned. So if we wanted to create a checking with ACH, we can do that and add that feature to the system. We can tell it that we do not want it to be added into the promotional specials, so we can disable the promotional specials that we might have if those are in place. And then we can go in and add a spread. Let's just add 30 basis points, and we're going to use that as a incrementer to each of the terms that we have here. So we're going to put in a 30 basis point increase in rate if they have a checking with ACH activity. It shows a status as a primary financial institution potentially when they have that relationship with us that goes beyond typical CD customer. And we can also differentiate. We don't have to use the same 30 basis points. Maybe for the 3 month we only add 20 basis points. So you can see those increments that are put in there. So when we go back to offerings, now we can do our $30,000 certificate, and we can see what that is doing on our standard. But then if we want to see that with a relationship bump, checking with ACH, we can highlight that, and then we end up seeing all of these terms. You can click on any of these headings to get it to sort by that. So our 3 month, we could either have it without a checking in ACH at a rate of an annual percentage yield of 0.28, and it bumps up to 0.48 if you have a checking with ACH. On the 6 month, it's 0.33 unless you have a checking with ACH. It makes it 0.63. So what's happening here is that we have the ability to incrementally enhance our offering, give away a little bit of spread, but potentially get more volume without jumping all the way up to the cap rate of the customized certificates, which you can see down here. For this demo site, we have that 6 month rate is considerably higher at 128. So by being able to navigate between those rates, the 6 month at 0.33 without a checking in ACH, with a checking in ACH it's 0.63, and if they customize, we get even more value that could be added with that conversation of flipping it over and having them pick a maturity date. So these functions and features are a part of the Core CD package and can be easily utilized, and we would encourage you to do so on your own, or you're always welcome to meet with me to go through how this system can be set up and customized to your unique situation. We love it when you use the Calendly link here to set up an appointment to go through this with me. It is a pleasure to work with all of you as our clients. We look forward to serving you in the days ahead, as we know that the journey on the path of interest rates is going to be an interesting one in the remainder of this year and beyond. So thank you for your opportunity to serve you. We look forward to the next episode of To the Point.